welcome back to the Engler Journey podcast. I'm your host, Olivia Vanderford, and today we are here with an entrepreneur who is really rolling into the entrepreneurial scene, Alexa Carter. It's really nice to have you here today.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
So like she said, my name is Alexa Carter. I'm from Rising City, Nebraska, and I'm going to be an upcoming sophomore here at UNL.
Great. And as a freshman coming into the program, did you have any ideas of what it was going to be like, or what did you really enjoy?
Yeah. I really kind of just knew it was going to be crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just kind of had a lot coming in, and so I just kind of pushing that into my freshman year, just trying to figure everything out, make sure I had everything that I wanted to do. But I was very unsure at the beginning of the year. Just didn't really know what I was going to do. Didn't really know how everything was going to play out. But I just knew it was going to be kind of be crazy. So
yeah. And so starting as a freshman, from the beginning of the year to the end of the year, what did you really learn? What was one thing that you learned about being an entrepreneur, and why do you enjoy it so much?
Yeah, I would definitely say I just kind of knew it was going to be kind of some ups and downs, and you can be unsure. I think that's the biggest thing that I learned is just you can be unsure of what you're going to do, but still be on the right track. I was really unsure of where my business was going to go. Coming in with it, I think I was kind of had an idea of where I wanted it to go, but figuring out how it was going to play into the rest of my life, how I was going to work with school, how I really wanted to dive into it. That's really what I was a little bit unsure about. But yeah, just making sure that you're going to be on the right path no matter where you go.
So in the Engler program, for people freshmen coming in to the Engler program, what would you tell them about scholarships? Because that's one thing that I didn't know a lot about.
Yep.
Are scholarships, is that easy to apply for? How do you do that? And how do you get involved?
Yeah, I would definitely say the scholarship, it seems very daunting, but definitely go ahead and just do it. Because that's what I was a little bit unsure about just applying for it. And I ended up meeting Tom the day before the scholarship was due, and he said, nope, apply for it. Just go ahead and put some stuff down. He said, you don't have to be 100% sure, but just do it. And so, I went ahead and did it. The phone call interviews seemed very kind of just scary, a little bit daunting, because, you can't see them. So, but the phone call interviews, I just did them in my room. There's nowhere else to really do it. But, just phone call interviews. It's really honestly simple because everybody does just want the best for you. And then I ended up making it to final rounds for that. And it's just being in the space, being with older members in the Engler program, and just being able to see kind of how everybody interacted with each other, and just kind of realizing this is a big community, and it's something that you want to be in. And once you kind of realize that, everything just goes up from there.
Yeah, so really just letting people know that it's important to just start and take those opportunities no matter what. So going on into your Engler journey, what have been some of your favorite classes as a freshman that you took, and some of the mentors in the program?
Yeah, so I really enjoyed the intro class, the 101. That was just it was just such a good start. And especially I was in it fall semester, and just being able to kind of just meet all the also incoming freshmen or just the newer students in the Engler program. That was just such a cool event, just because you could see other people that were joining the Engler program same time as you. You got to kind of ask them, hey, are you doing this? And then being yep, we're doing it. We're doing it this time. What are you wearing? That kind of stuff. Just trying to get to experience it with new and incoming people. And just doing the cohorts in that 101 class, that was just super fun. Just because you did get to meet people on a closer level, get to kind of have a little bit more insight with the older members, that kind of stuff. That was really fun. I also took the Engler 388 class. I did that one online, so I didn't get the full in-person experience, but just being able to kind of dive deeper into your business, learn kind of what they're kind of wanting out of you, and just being able to push yourself with your business. That was super fun.
Yeah, and then this summer too, you're doing Enterprise Studio, right?
Yep, I am.
Okay, so could you elaborate on that, what that's about?
Yep, so Enterprise Studio is kind of a grant program that the Engler program does. They give you just a little bit of money, kind of you're doing your business as your job this summer, and then they provide a lot of mentorship. So we have weekly emails that go out on Mondays, and then we also do meetings on the opposite Mondays. Just being able to talk through your business, get a lot of feedback from fellow Engler students, and then also having Brennan and Dave as mentors for it, just be able to answer questions, try to figure out a couple things that you want, helping them having them push you a little bit harder. Just super, super fun.
Yeah, so really an opportunity in the summer to get more experience and really have kind of like another class, right?
Yes, yeah. And so you can end up actually taking it for credits too.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, it is really just another class to add on, and yeah, it just helps you keep motivated, especially a lot of people that are new and starting their own businesses that aren't really too sure about what they're doing, just need a little bit more guidance. Yeah, it was super, super helpful.
Yeah, so now let's get into your business because I know it's really cool and unique.
Yep.
So what's it called? It's the cinnamon rolls, right?
Yes, so I have Rising Rolls Baking Company. So my main product right now is the chili roll. So it's a traditional cinnamon roll with a chili filling. Yeah, super, super unique, I would say.
Yeah, so kind of a Nebraska thing.
Yes,
and that's what
Nebraskan.
you probably really like about it is that kind of combining the chili and the cinnamon roll and putting them together.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool. And so how have you been able to promote that business, and where have you sold these cinnamon rolls so far?
Yep. So I've just been really promoting it on like Facebook right now and Instagram. Those are kind of my two biggest things. But I've also kind of came into starting the business. I had an interview with 1011 in January, and then I did a radio interview for 104.9 Max Country in February. So just having those kind of behind me and then pushing it forward this summer, getting those Facebook account out. I went ahead and did samples at the Tasting Nebraska in Butler County at their fair. This was a super cool experience, very unique. So I did a bunch of sampling at that. I don't know how many we had this year, but they had around 700 last year, so about the same type of numbers. But yeah, just coming through, getting a sample, getting a lot of feedback for that, and then I'm hopefully planning on selling in the next couple weeks.
Yeah, so what's the effort that goes into making these cinnamon rolls, and how many have you made?
Yeah, so I went ahead and made 14 dozen for that Tasting Nebraska, which that was the first time I kind of made them in bulk, and so that was like a big okay, wow, this is kind of a lot. But yeah, just kind of to prepare for the fall where I'm going to be making like 21 dozen a week. So that's for just one specific event. So probably more on top of it. But yeah, just trying to do all that. There's a lot of behind the scenes work that goes into it. Just trying to figure out your food safety type of stuff, making sure you have the right kitchen that you're working in. But yeah, just kind of preparing like that. There's a lot of prep work that goes into making them. And yeah, just preparing and everything. Yeah, a lot of behind the scenes, but yeah, from the front side, it's probably like, oh, you're just making these. But yeah, there's so much prep work that goes into it. Yep.
Yeah. And you might have said this, but are you going to try and sell them at the Husker football games?
Yep. So, yep, I'm going to go ahead and sell them this year specifically at the UNL East Campus tailgates.
Okay.
Where I'm going to be making about, I think, 250 rolls.
Wow.
For each event, and I have 4 of those. So.
Wow. Yeah. So a lot of effort going into this fall, but I know it'll pay off.
Yes.
Yes. So kind of moving forward here, through your Engler experience, what would you tell like students that want to get started in entrepreneurship but maybe don't have the right path or maybe don't know a lot about Engler? Who would you tell them to contact or talk to?
Yeah, I would definitely set up a meeting with Tom. Specifically, even if you're a little bit interested, a lot of people in Engler don't have a business. Some people go through the entire Engler experience without having a business, but it truly is just kind of a big community, getting that mindset in. But yeah, definitely just go talk to Tom. I think Tom is really easy to talk to. He's a really funny guy. So, and he's just there to help. He wants the best for you. So just going and talking to him, having a little meeting, and he'll show you around the space, or somebody else will, and just trying to figure out like if this is the right fit for you. And if you are kind of thinking about it, you can go ahead and just take that 101 class and just try it out. You don't have to stay in it, but try it out, figure out if it's a good fit for you, and then you can go from there.
Yeah, and talking about the 101 class, I remember taking it, and something that stuck with me was talking about like who you play for and like your business. Could you talk about that and like who you're playing for with your cinnamon rolls? Yeah,
so I definitely say it is it's a hard business just to kind of, it's very much based on what people want. So you're really playing for your customers, but also, yes, I'm playing for myself, just trying to figure out my role in the world and try to figure that stuff out. But yeah, it's very much a customer base, because if I don't have a customer, and don't have anybody to sell to. So yeah, just making sure that I'm doing what other people want, but I'm also still doing what I'm wanting to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so talking about like Nebraska as a whole, would you ever want to expand out of Nebraska? Do you want to have stores in the future, maybe?
Yeah, so I think that would be a great experience. Having my own bakery and trying to figure that stuff out. I think it would be a potential to sell out of the state of Nebraska. I think it would be a very popular thing in the Midwest.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't really know what that looks like right now. That's a long way in the future.
You're just starting, so.
But yeah, just as I am, just kind of myself right now, just trying to figure that stuff out, where I'm going to be baking and stuff, and maybe if I am going to look for a building in the future. But yeah, in the future, I think that would be great. It'd be crazy, but it'd be great.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I would love that so much. But yeah, I don't really know what it looks like from here.
Are any of your family members entrepreneurs, or how did you get started or wanting to do it?
Yeah, so my dad is a farmer, and we also have a breeding cow operation, which I think is just great. I mean, he does a great job. I love my dad. He does great.
Yeah.
Honestly, I look up to him so much, especially from that entrepreneurship standpoint, where I don't really know if he sees himself as an entrepreneur, because I mean, sometimes you're like, yep, I'm a farmer, I do this kind of stuff, but they truly are entrepreneurs, and they're entrepreneurs in their own right. And I think that just what he does is insane, and he loves what he does. But yeah, also my grandpa's a farmer. We come from a long line. My grandma's owned a couple businesses in the past. And yeah, just I think that I come from a long line, but they don't really see themselves as one. So I think just being able to represent my family well and make sure that they know that their dreams are still there. And yeah, just following through with mine. So
yeah, so like, especially like students coming into Engler, a lot of them might think that, oh, maybe I'm not an entrepreneur, but they actually do have things to offer.
Yeah, I would definitely say, like, you might not see those entrepreneurship qualities, like wanting to do kind of your own thing, not really wanting to work for someone. That's kind of just a big thing. But there's so many more entrepreneurship qualities that you might have. But yeah, just trying to go through the Engler program, they definitely try to unlock as many of those qualities as they can.
Yeah, and so my last question I want to ask you is, so talking about like your past self, what would you tell your past self about becoming an entrepreneur?
I would definitely say just be open to all the opportunities that you can. I think that's really just where my business even started. Was I went ahead and kind of took an opportunity that I didn't really know where it was going to go. But yeah, just going ahead and taking that opportunity and saying, oh wow, like this came so far from that. Like what else am I doing that could come from that? And Engler offers so many of those opportunities where you can do like pitch competitions or opening up to mentors or trying to just chat with new people. I think that that's just such a big thing that Engler offers. And yeah, just taking all those opportunities that you can, opening up, just trying to figure out where you kind of are. And yeah, if those opportunities don't work, that's okay, because there'll just be another opportunity next. So yeah,
so Engler really is just a community that allows students to grow as people and find what they're passionate about.
Yes, that's so true.
Yeah. Well, thanks for being here today, Alexa. I love talking to you, and I really need to try one of your cinnamon rolls. I can't believe I haven't tried one yet.
I know. I'll have to give you one.
Yeah, I'm so excited. I can't wait to try them. But thanks for being here.
Of course.